everybody, this is Merulu, and welcome back to Let's Play Sakura Shrine Girls. We're on part 6. I'm not sure how much long we have, or how much longer this is. I don't think these games are too terribly long, so, last time we had a bit of a mayonnaise mishap, and, we just made a decision that, the decision was to keep things tidy, or keep things respectful, or to cut loose. And I chose keep things respectful because I'm a fan of Toru over here. I'm not Toru. Toru's the main character. I'm a fan of this chick. Not this chick. I still can't remember the names. So I'm sure that would be best to behave properly when you're Grandpa's guest. I don't really mind that much, you know. Yeah, sure you don't, Grandpa. You two can make yourselves at home. Grandpa seems to happy to have extra company. It's been a while since you last visited Kaio. Are you doing alright? I'm doing fine, Mr. Akita. Thank you for your concern. Once again, she bows. Seriously? Grandpa just shakes his head. Well, I usually cook for too much anyway. It will be ready soon. Alright? He shuffles into the kitchen. So what brings you two here? We just wanted to see you, Toru. So Nayoko and Kaio. I don't know why I get those. What she says is true. Also, I thought about what you said, and I apologize. I still think she's too much of a prude, though. Perhaps you're right. For now, though, let's not concern ourselves too much with that. I understand that Nayoko has been helping you with your training. Could you please come to my shrine tomorrow so that I might help you as well? After school, of course. I don't have anything planned, so why not? But I want to spend more time with him. It's only fair, Nayoko. This is a delicate situation, however. I have to make sure that I balance my time between the both of them. If they get me involved with their feud, it's going to be really messy. The last thing I want is to be accused of favoring one of them over the other. Yet again, that's probably why I'm here. The last thing I was expecting as a priest was to be playing peacemaker between two feuding spirits. So how do you like your curry, you two? Hot and spicy, or do you prefer mild like my grandson? The hottest you can make it, please. I'm more partial to mild curry. It's hard to enjoy the flavors when your mouth is burning. This is how I feel about all things. Like people who drink coffee, and they're just like, they'll take, you know, it'll be freshly poured coffee, and they'll grab it, and they'll just straight up drink it. And I'm like, that's like 180 degrees of coffee in your mouth. And people think this is normal. And I don't understand, like, I couldn't drink something even near that. Mine has to be, like, what people consider to be, like, lukewarm. So, it's really annoying. It is hard to enjoy. Okay, so, right, I remember now. You had a big curry night last time you came over. You really should come over more often, you know? Now that I think about it, Grandpa was living by himself before I came. Did he ever get lonely? I imagine he must have sometimes. So you prefer mild curry too, Toru? And here I thought you would have real taste in curry. I imagine that he simply possesses a deeper understanding of curry than you do. Truly enjoying flavors instead of dumping spices in it is the really only way to enjoy curry. I know I read that wrong, but whatever. After enjoying some of the best curry I've eaten in years, Kaio and Nayoko end up joining me in my room. The two of them stand awkwardly side by side. So, really, why are you here? There's no particular reason for our visit. What Kaio's trying to say is to get pretty lonely around our shrines at night, so we would like to be somewhere else just for today. That's not an unreasonable answer. So this is your room, Toru? It is rather pleasant. Nayoko seems more interested in the television. What's this thing supposed to be? She pokes it with her finger. Please don't touch the screen like that. Screen? It looks like a window, except it's not attached to a wall. And you can't see through to the other side. She examines it curiously. You should not tamper with things you don't understand, Nayoko. Just because you said that, I want to tamper with it even more. She begins feeling along the sides of it. Oh, there's some sort of switch or button. She presses it and the television comes to life. Startled, she leaps back from the screen. Her shock slowly gives way to wonder. The pictures! They're moving! It seems like an old Cowboys film playing right now. Nayoko suddenly seems like she's really excited. Who are those little men running around inside the television? Are they spirits too? Despite feigning polite disinterest, I notice that Kaio can't take her eyes off the screen either. What is this device supposed to be, Toru? It's a television. Television? No, one word. Television. Her tail seems to form a question mark as she continues to watch the movie play. It looks like a chase scene with a train. Did you tell me not to touch it so that I don't end up on the other side? The world inside looks pretty wild. Now how can I explain that it'll probably damage the screen if you touch it? She'll probably think the little ripples it'll display means you're stuck in it or something. I'm not really sure how I would explain it to her. Kaio seems to notice the uncomfortable look on my face. I think we should turn it off for now. No, look, they're catching up to the train now. Nayoko seems to be getting into it. We are bothering Toru. If I were to guess, how this device works is not a simple matter to discuss. I am sure he will be willing to indulge us on the topic at another time. Aww. Come on, Kaio. Try to have some fun once in a while. Despite her feigned indifference, I think Kaio seems interested in the movie too. It's alright, I really don't mind. I can't think of another way of how televisions work right now, so let's just enjoy the movie. Movie? Once again, her tail curls into a question mark. I suppose if it's not a bother to Toru, we can continue watching. Nayoko purrs at that. She sets herself up on my bed, comfortable stretching out. This is fun! Look out, he's behind you! I wasn't expecting someone to like old cowboy movies so much. Hey Toru, could you scratch behind my ears for me? Why? I thought it would be a nice reward for me apologizing. She winks at me. If you require someone to pet you, why not allow me to do it? No way! But Kaio's hands are already moving behind her head. Seems like a cat would know how to... Cat would want their ears scratched. Or maybe not. She firmly grabs onto Nayoko's ears. There's an immediate reaction from Nyoko. She tries to pull away, but is unable to escape Kaio's touch. I swear, you always put up such a fuss when I do this. You know they're sensitive. Why do you always do this to me? Every time. The look on her face doesn't say that she hates it, though. Just relax, okay? I swear. Every time Kaio strokes one of her ears and scratches them, Nayoko visibly trembles from the sensation. Since you're aware of how sensitive they are, why were you asking Toru since you're aware of how sensitive they are, why were you asking Toru to scratch them for you? You don't have any hidden motives behind that, do you? No, he's our priest. He should be able to do things like that. The priest must attend to the needs of the guardian spirits. You know that, right? Oh, really now? I can't help but wonder. Kaio's movements become a bit faster. Nayoko writhes underneath her fingers, her tail swishing all over the place. I hear the smallest moan escape from her lips. That's quite a noise you made there. But it isn't my fault. It's always with you with your weird ear scratching technique. You do this to me every time. Well, let's just say the buckets of water make me feel especially vengeful. I think it's supposed to be saying vengeful. I keep wanting to go like this, like batting at something in front of my face, but it's just the down quarter. Apologize with your deeds, not with your words. Anyone can simply say sorry. It takes truly admirable individual to endure punishment. No, let go! Toru, help me! Make her let go! What? Why did she want me to scratch her ears if this is the result? I think Kaio has a point. Well, I think after that bucket of cold water, an eye for an eye, no, help, it would go a long way if she proved that she was truly sorry, and stopped trying to struggle out of my grip. Kaio is actually a little bit scary right now. Her demeanor hasn't changed much, but she's demonstrating a steely, unbending determination. I just wish she wasn't using it for the wrong reason. Toru, make her stop. I don't have the strength to get away right now. Alright, fun's over. I spend the rest of the night acting as a mediator between these two parties, and watching too many cowboy movies. When I woke up, the both of them were gone. I barely got any sleep last night. You look like you've been through hell itself, Toru. Grandpa slaps me on the back. Women have a way of tiring you out, don't they? To say the least. As it turns out, the both of them like old cowboy movies. Ha ha ha. Those girls have good taste. You found quite the lucky catch, Toru. I can only groan. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep putting up with all this. Relax, it's not that bad, is it? Just because something's a bit tough at first doesn't mean you should give up. The most rewarding things in life are the things you have to work hard for. Now then, you have training in the afternoon with Kaio, don't you? I'm guessing she told you on the way out? Yup, she is rather forward. She wouldn't make a bad wife, you know. Do you really think so? Of course. Anyway, time for breakfast. I've got some bakes and eggies. Bacon and eggies for you. Egg and bakies. Eggs and bakey. That's what I was trying to say for you today. When you're a young man, you've got to eat to grow big, not to mention keep your energy up when dealing with girls. I wish he would stop talking about girls. After slogging through a boring day at school, I finally managed to drag myself to Kaio's shrine. Although Nayoko's shrine is nice in its own way, I can't help but feel there is something far more mystical at work at Kaio's shrine. As I approach the front door, I seem to slip into the barrier between worlds. Small flecks of golden sparks shine through the air, almost as if fireflies are dancing through the air. Gentle whispers echoes on the breeze. Slowly, I open the front door. Kneeling on the floor, Kaio bows before me as I enter. Welcome, Toru. I apologize for not allowing you to get sufficient rest last night. It was rather selfish of me not to turn off the television. Please, Kaio. You don't need to be so formal with me all the time. I keep telling you this. I just feel more comfortable like this. We share a special relationship, and I would like to give that relationship the utmost respect. Since my actions are appropriate, I feel. I do not want to be so carefree about it like Nayoko is. Quietly, she sits up and turns towards the shrine. Please, sit down next to me. Alright. I take a sit next to her, doing my best to mimic her seating posture. Shrines are placed typically where the walls are thinnest. There is not a single place where a spirit or priest has more power than at these focal points. As such, this is the most appropriate place to train your skills, clear your mind, and open your heart. Such things are easier said than done. However, I do my best to follow her instructions. Now, just listen. As I listen, I begin to hear voices all around me. Gentle, delicate voices. The words they speak, I can't understand them, but their voices are akin to wind chimes, delicate and beautiful. I hear them. There are so many different voices, though. I know that it is overwhelming, but you will need to learn how you understand them in time. These spirits are the people who you will be working with. When you can, simply take the time to stop and listen to what they have to say. Through that, you will deepen your own understanding. Are you following me so far, sir? I think I am. Those are the lessons that I will leave you with for today. Since you have had so little sleep, I do not want to be inconsiderate and put you through anything too exhausting. The entire time I'm with her, she seems only to consider my feelings of the matter. We can make this brief. If you wish to return home now, I can understand. So please go get some rest if you do desire. What would you like me to do? What do you... What do you mean? I'm just asking you what you'd like me to do. I am tired and all. But if you would like me to stay for a while, that isn't exactly a problem for me. She seems taken aback for a moment, but gradually she regains her composure. You are saying odd things, Toru. They aren't that odd, you know. You said that you're in my care, didn't you? A priest should serve the guardian spirit, not the other way around, right? Well, I suppose that is true. If you would like to stay, I do not have any protests. She seats herself in a more comfortable position. In fact, perhaps you can indulge my curiosity, Toru. Sure, ask away. If you are a cynic, then why did you come all of this way? After all, simply abandoning whatever life you had and moving somewhere else, that would have been difficult, right? Well, I didn't believe in spirits or ghosts or afterlife. That doesn't mean I don't believe in family. Even if you hate doing something, even if it can bring a family member's peace of mind, then I see no reason not to. The other thing is that old traditions need kept... I keep getting hiccups! And we're back. Sorry. I kept getting the hiccups. I needed to get something to drink. So hopefully that'll take care of that problem. Okay, so the other thing is the old traditions need to be kept alive. Whether we like it or not, the past defines the future, so we have to do our best to preserve the past, even if we do not necessarily believe in it. What an interesting way of thinking. So you came here to preserve a tradition? Exactly. If I had not done that, I would have gone through the rest of my life thinking my grandfather was becoming senile. But everything he said was the truth. I am just glad I have found out now while he's still around. I imagine it would be regretful to have discovered this after he passed into the beyond. But you should not worry about that. The flame of life burns brightly inside him. He's going to be around for a very long time yet. Oh, I'm glad. We have a lot that we need to catch up on together. I can only imagine. She quietly looks out towards the small opening where the sun's rays are seeping through. A loud yawn escapes from her. The sun is so pleasant today. The nature spirits around here are truly generous with their bounty. Her tail wraps around her, her face filled with contentment. Although she tries to keep herself formal and composed, she is still a cat at the end of the day. The light in the sun lures all cats towards it, tempting them into sleep. Her tail looks especially glossy as the sun shines off of it. Is something the matter, Toru? You seem to be staring at me. Oh, it's nothing. Well, I won't pay any mind then. I don't want to admit it, but once again I was being entranced by her beauty. I do not know if it's because she is a spirit or just because of my own perspective, but whenever I look at her, I feel this longing in my heart. I don't really understand why. You're staring again, Toru. If something is making you uncomfortable, you should feel free to speak up. It's really not that. Really, it's not. I'd better change the topic. So just run this by me again. There are spirits in everything around me? Kaio nods thoughtfully. That is correct. Look all around you. Don't you see something? I look more closely, and I swear I see the outlines of something drifting in and out of the shrine. I think I do, but I only get the vague idea of what I'm looking at. Sight is the hardest sense to train when viewing spirits. How come I am able to perceive you so easily then? That ties in with the Ascension Festival. Normally, spirits cannot remain in your world, but through the binding to these shrines, and with our priest as a guiding light, we are able to anchor ourselves here, which in turn gives us the authority to rule over the spirits in this land. The air you breathe, the food you eat, the water you drink. All of those things are filled with the spirits of the very essence of life itself. That's unsettling. I've been eating spirits alive. Oh no, it's not like that at all. Nothing you can do can ever harm a spirit if you exist in the material world. The point is, these spirits ensure the health of your world. In essence, they are the cogs which keep the machine running. Despite this existing in this ambiguous state, they're as much of a part of the world as you are. Kayo sighs to herself. If only all spirits were so devoted to their duties. You're talking about Nayoko again, aren't you? Who else? Maybe she should see things from your perspective. I don't know much about it. But maybe I could ask her to see things from your perspective a bit more, huh? We could. I'm not sure if it'll help much, though. She just does not seem to take it seriously. I must admit I was rather surprised she chose to apologize to me, though. And yet, you still, as I said, apologize with deeds, not words. Well, it looks like I'm not going to change your mind on that topic. Would you like me to teach you some prayers, Toru? Prayers? To help me commune with the spirits? Exactly. She readjusts her position. Let us begin. And with that image, I'm going to cut this off video here. And I'm going to say thanks for watching. I guess we will be joining again in part 7. I didn't realize that this was going to go so long, but I guess it is. So thanks for watching. Make sure to check out my channel for other videos I've done. And if you leave a comment in the comments below, I will be sure to respond to you. So, we will see you in Sakura Shrine Maidens part 7. Bye!